As they tried to drive away from the park without him, he tried to grab onto the car and was dragged under the wheels. Sadly, the accident killed him, and Brittany and James returned to find his body in the road. The detective's suspicions have been right all along. After Brittany and James drove home, they placed the 6-year-old's body in a spare room of their house before they dumped his body off a bridge that crosses the Ohio.
Oh my God! So good to be back. Listen, now I know, this is a reaction video, so there shouldn't be much of me. It should be much of the video we're reacting to. So I'm gonna leave that all on Saturday, okay? For the gaming side, okay? But I just want to tell you that I'm glad to be back to this setup, to the grind. I mean, this is my first time. I haven't seen y'all since last year.
James had slipped and fell because his shoes were wet, slippery, and he had hit his head.
Cap.
So I went to the bathroom, I came out, he was gone.
Did it kill him? Just tell me where his body's at.
On a February evening, Brittany and her boyfriend pulled over deep in the Ohio forests with a plan to abandon James, their 6-year-old child. However, as they went to drive away, James was tragically dragged under the wheels of the car and had his life taken. Days later, they walked into the Middleton Police Department claiming James had gone missing. A search began for the boy immediately, but police knew something was wrong. Their story was full of holes, and the couple seemed nervous, so they were each taken into an interrogation room with a detective determined to get to the bottom of things.
Or let's go Detective Flash in the building!
Okay, they
Come
call
on.
me and my partner out for anything to do with children. So this is real important, this part, is you have to be 100% honest with me with everything.
Her boyfriend, who was also called James, was in another room at the same police station, and detectives are going to compare their
Here we go.
stories. There were many red flags right off the bat in this case, as the couple claimed he had been missing for most of the night before they decided to contact police. If your 6-year-old had gone missing, you'd likely be doing everything you can to get them back as soon as possible, so the cops were sure something sinister was afoot.
So what happened? What time did you guys go to bed last night?
Well, the kids go to bed at 9.
Okay.
And we normally go to bed at 10. Last time I knew, I told them all it was 9 o'clock, time for bed. So they all went upstairs to their rooms, and I went upstairs a little bit later to see if they were asleep.
Sure.
And they were all asleep. So then that's when I came down, waited a couple minutes just to see if they might have come downstairs or something, and then I went to bed.
Okay. What time did you get up this morning?
He woke me up at 8.
He woke you up at 8? Okay.
He said he tried to wake me up several times, but
you don't
I'm on
remember?
medicine, so
What kind of medicine do you take?
I take anxiety meds.
Okay.
Anxiety?
This is where I need you to be honest with me. It is what it is. Okay. Do you use narcotics, drugs,
how do you
illegal
accidentally
drugs,
run over your
smoke
own
weed?
kid?
Okay. You don't use heroin. You don't use.
No, I've had family members that passed away from that stuff, and
Okay. Do you
that
know?
pushes me away. So.
Do you know if your boyfriend does? Does he use any type of dope at all?
Guys, of course don't take drugs.
Well, you would know.
Of course, okay?
More than anybody.
Now, I want to talk
You're not going to get
as we go
anything
through
true.
this,
I
but
just need to know if you're being honest with me. That's what I'm trying to feel.
I mean,
I learned something, okay?
I've never seen.
not me.
We smoke cigarettes.
I'm not
reacting
talking
to
about
the
that. I said
video.
drugs, illegal drugs. Of course, a lot of people smoke cigarettes. A lot of people smoke weed. A lot of people use
I mean,
heroin.
he smokes weed, but that's the only thing I know.
Okay, that's all.
I don't know if he does anything else.
Okay, you don't need to protect him. I'm getting a feel for you. If you're going to be honest, I just need you to be honest with me, honestly.
Brittany appears to have a little trouble opening up about her boyfriend's drug habit. This can help the detective determine whether she is being honest in the future, as she should treat opening up about later details with similar ease. They continue to go over the details for the morning James went missing, but during this line of questioning, Brittany begins to show some concerning signs.
What time did James say that he first noticed?
This is what I mentioned this before. It's scary because They look at your body language, stuff like that. Like, you could be innocent, but you could just be shaken up that you're getting interrogated and blamed.
Every day, normally, he gets up around 4, anywhere from 4 to 5.
It's very
maybe
scary.
Sometimes a little later, but...
When Brittany is asked more questions about her boyfriend, she appears to look up and to the left. There's a lot of contention around eye movements while recalling information. Some say the direction that someone looks is a direct tell for if someone is lying, but it's never a guaranteed indication. However, the mere act of suddenly avoiding eye contact with the detective while answering is a more solid sign, as many people associate eye contact with trust. Thus, it's often hard for people to maintain a gaze while lying, whereas those trying to argue the truth will often look directly into the detective's eyes to seem more believable.
Has James ever been missing before?
He was missing once before.
How long ago was that?
I want to say it was the first of the month, but it could have been later than that, but I know it's sometime this month.
From that house?
Yes.
So he was missing once before from that house, and how long was he gone for?
I don't know when he was outside, but he found him at the you know how there's basement stairs? Mm-hmm. Well, he found him at the bottom of the basement stairs.
She's like, she's breaking, bro. Like, her sentences are not completed. Stuttering!
The fact that James has been missing before is another red flag for the detective. Yeah. It's possible James is just an adventurous child and tries to slip away at every opportunity he gets. But it could also be a sign of abuse or neglect in the home. Either way, it's giving the detective all the more reason to be suspicious.
I've been a policeman for 27 years. I've been assigned to detectives about 10 years. I've interviewed a lot of people, hundreds and hundreds of people over my career. There's something going on here. Something's not right here. I've done this, like I said, I've interviewed hundreds of people over my career, and, people get scared, they get themselves backed into a corner, and they don't know what to do. And my job is to help them through that, because sometimes it is what it is. It's an act, something happens.
Accidentally ran over your kid.
Don't know what to do. So, is anything else? Before I walk out of here, this is your opportunity to be 100% straight with me. I suspect James, or I got mad at the boy last night and I spanked him and he took off out the door, or just anything weird is fine to tell me. You're not going to tell me anything that's going to surprise me. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay, trying to get her open, trying to get her comfortable.
Did you hurt your baby?
Yeah.
Now, do you know?
I love my kids. I would never.
Okay. Do you know who?
We heard that one before.
Yeah.
Do you know your baby's whereabouts right now? Okay. Do you suspect James is doing anything to your baby?
No.
Okay. You're 100% sure on that one?
Yeah, he loves him like the way he do.
Okay.
Note that the detective is making a conscious effort to refer to James as her baby. This is in a direct attempt to exact an emotional reaction from Brittany. This kind of specific word holds a lot more weight than just kid or child, as it portrays James as more vulnerable. The detective is also trying to let Brittany know that he's sure something is wrong. And as he'll soon find out, his instincts are absolutely correct.
What was the needle that we found down at there was a needle found at the side door. You know anything about that? So do you use needles for any of your medication?
No, there's the people next door do drugs.
Okay, so maybe it was from one of them, is that what you're saying?
Yeah, and we always see a whole bunch of people just walking in through the...
Oh, yeah.
Cutting through, basically.
Yeah. Have you ever seen James, you had any needles? So, you said something about James does work, like doing electrical work for houses?
Yes.
Like rentals, I would assume?
Yes. Like he gets them ready.
Who does he work for?
Taylor. It's the only thing I know his name is Taylor.
And what's Taylor just giving the keys to these? Are they all vacant, I would assume?
I'm not sure.
Do they go clean them out? What do they do? Do you know?
I know when they put people out and they get evicted and they sit people's stuff out, I don't know if they sit it out, put it in the dumpster. I don't know what they do.
Does he have like keys to the house, James? Does he have keys to the houses and stuff? I guess that he works for. Did he ever come in with a bunch? You would know. Does he come in with a bunch of keys or?
He always had the same key that he.
Yeah, I feel like she's trying to.
Nothing like extra keys.
Kind of.
Basically, I'm waiting for my guy to come here.
Trying to make it seem,
And we'll just kind of go from there.
Brittany now tries to avoid the questions regarding her boyfriend's drug use.
No, I
but
didn't
if she
know this.
does agree to take a polygraph test, then the truth could
polygraph
finally be revealed.
is
All this
a lie
time, there
detector
have been
test.
people
I did
searching
not
for
know that
James,
at first.
hoping to find signs of life. But as we'll later find out, his body isn't anywhere near where they're looking.
Oh, that's what James
I'm
looked
getting
like.
a story
Little
that is
James.
totally different than what you've told me. And I don't know why James is telling me that, but that's what he's telling me. He's wanting more detail than that. Okay, but I'm not going to share that with you. I need to know what happened last night with your boy, your 6-year-old. A 6-year-old just doesn't get up and walk out the door, okay? There's more to the story than what you're telling me. Okay, I've talked to James. My partner's talked to James extensively, and James is coming off of this slowly. I would suggest for you, just tell me the truth now. He may have told you more now. I don't know. I've been in here with you, okay? But James has said he took a deep breath, and I suggest that to you. Take a drink of your pop, take a deep breath, and just tell me what's going on here.
Now Brittany finds herself in a position where she might doubt exactly what
Uh-oh,
James
yes,
had told detectives in
detective!
the other room.
Detective Ballhead. We're going to call him Detective Ballhead.
James told me to get rid of the
Yes.
Okay.
And
That's smart. Well,
so I
lying,
took him
but that's smart.
for a drive to make him think I want to get rid of him, but I'm not going to get rid of my kids for anybody on this planet.
Even though she's getting closer to the truth, Brittany is still trying to deceive the detective by trying to convince him that getting rid of her kids isn't something she'd really do, despite that being exactly what she's guilty of.
I don't know what road it was.
Okay.
We were just driving around. Well, the kids were going to the bathroom. I had pulled over to this, a little booth.
In Middletown?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a little stall or something. A bathroom. I pulled over to the bathroom.
Okay.
And let them all use the bathroom. While it was raining and stuff, I left the door unlocked in the van. And told them, we'll all go in here. Not all of us at once, but each one of us go in here one at a time, use the bathroom. Okay. So we went in the bathroom. Well, I couldn't go in there, but when I went to go in the bathroom, I told him to go ahead and just get in the van. Well, James had slipped and fell because his shoes were wet, slippery, and he had hit his head.
The problem here is simple. If James had simply hit his head, then why not just get medical help?
Is that Cappy Wappy?
Brittany is trying to take away as much blame as she can from herself. The truth was, Brittany had simply decided she wanted to get rid of her kids for good, allegedly at the request of her boyfriend. Both she and James drove her 3 children to Rush Run Wildlife Area in southern Preble County, where they had a change of heart and decided to only leave their youngest, James. But as they tried to drive away from the park without him, he tried to grab onto the car and was dragged under the wheels. Sadly, the accident killed him, and Brittany and James returned to find his body in the road. The detective's suspicions have been right all along. After Brittany and James drove home, they placed the 6-year-old's body in a spare room of their house before they dumped his body off a bridge that crosses the Ohio River.
Oh my God!
Is that what you're telling me? Did the fall hurt him?
Well,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I had to pause. Just give me a little minute. What the freak?
I asked him if he was okay, he wouldn't answer me. So I noticed he was breathing kind of heavy. And I thought maybe that's not normal. I've never seen him breathe like that before. Well, he was breathing, I don't know how long he was breathing for, but he had fell and busted his head on the side of the van and trying to get in there. And he was breathing heavy for a couple minutes, and then I tried to do CPR. I couldn't get him.
So he stopped breathing. And where's his body at?
And you ain't called.
He's doing good.
You know,
Okay, just tell me where his body's at.
She's
I gotta go find him.
They didn't go find him. They didn't find him
For
yet.
you. Okay, this is called closure now. Okay. Where's his body at? Would you take it back home with you?
No, I left it.
And you left it? So who's all in the car with you?
All of us.
James, you.
Yes, we always know
Then the
to
3
go
children.
out as a family.
So all 5 of you.
Yes.
All right. And what park was this, or where was this at in Middletown? Because it would make sense to put To me,
It was.
did you put him in a dumpster? Did you just let him lay right there? Was he buried? I mean, that's what I need to know.
I didn't do nothing with him. I just let them lay in the parking lot because it was a plain parking lot. There was, I believe, like water over here or something.
Mm-hmm.
And there was one little stall, and I left him just lay on the ground.
Okay. Did James do anything with him? Your boyfriend? I mean, it doesn't make sense just to lay him right there on the ground. So
I left him laying in there on the ground because I was going to call the ambulance, but I was scared.
You forgot or something?
I didn't know what to do.
Okay.
So
now we need to figure out where this is at.
Yeah, this is insane.
The little boy was laying on the ground. I went to the bathroom and told him to try real quick, because I couldn't hold myself.
Mm-hmm.
I told him, you try real quick to give him CPR.
Mm-hmm.
And so I went to the bathroom, I came out, he was gone.
Regardless of how true her story is, Brittany has now told the detective that James is dead. The priority is to find him. After Brittany details the moment they dumped his body, police are able to search the area, but despite their best efforts, they would never find him. Brittany would plead not guilty by reason of insanity, claiming that she had a learning disability and did not understand what was happening. But an evaluation by a psychologist showed that she was competent to stand trial. Of course, both were found guilty, and Brittany would face the harshest punishment. She would be sentenced to murder and child endangerment, totaling 21 years in prison. James, on the other hand, was found guilty of kidnapping, child endangerment, and gross abuse of a corpse, and would be given the maximum sentence of 19 years.
Time out! She got pressed for murder, right? She got charged for murder. And got 19 years in prison. Now I know this is it's sad, but this makes me mad. All right, let me just. Now listen, guys. I know this is a short video. Like I said, you know, of course, I learned, of course. Yeah, I know it's been a while. It's been a while since I haven't posted, but I learned that when it comes to reaction videos, don't try and, you know, we are reacting to the video. So, you know, just having the camera mainly on me and me as a spotlight kind of don't make it a reaction video. It's a flash video. I love you guys. You already get guys, I love y'all so much. Let me just slow down for a minute. I love you guys too much. But you guys already know what I say. You already know what I do. God bless. I'm out. Peace.
She just wastes my time. Everything a lie. I see the lost in vibes. Love my girlfriend cause she an eater. She love the way I treat her. Pretty face girl, yeah.